Alright, so Logan Paul, yeah, I'm sure you guys are all aware of this drama right now surrounding Dillon Danis, Logan Paul and Logan's fiance Nina. Well, if you don't, let me catch you up to speed real quick and tell you that, well, pretty much Dillon is fighting Logan Paul in October, and in order to kind of, I guess, hurt him mentally first, he attacked his fiance and actually exposed her past to the whole internet, and now everyone knows that she's a total Minecraft hoe, if you know what I'm saying. And in the last decade, she's quote-unquote dated half of the whole Hollywood.
Embarrassing!
She was even with Leonardo DiCaprio and LeBron James, and every day Dillon Danis posts a new picture of his fiance with a different dude. Now, in my opinion, Dillon is actually doing Logan Paul a huge favor, because come on, what, brother? 75 plus people? That's mad. And Dillon posted this video, which you can find if you go over to my Twitter and see reposted tweets. I ain't showing it here just cause it's actual, well, there isn't any explicit content, but she basically talks about Logan Paul's fiance, that is. She talks about how she hasn't had pee-pee in a while and how she needs one ASAP or else she will go crazy or some shit like that. But yeah, now y'all are all caught up to speed. Logan is pretty much just another cuck amongst all the cucks we have exposed in 2023, and I guess isn't gonna change his mind about marrying this woman. But today's video isn't about that. Today I want to talk about why he deserves this, why he deserves to have a woman like this because of all the horrible things he has done in the past. Today I'm here for just one reason, and that's to pretty much go over Logan's history and just explain why Logan is still the same old egocentric asshole as he was when he decided to film in Japan. And because he's a horrible person, he deserves someone as used up as his fiancé is. And you know how things in Hollywood go with this kind of people. She'll probably ruin their marriage and leave him alongside with half of his money, which to be honest he deserves. I never pray on people's downfall just cause I know karma's a bitch and I wouldn't want anyone praying on mine, but come on, my mans has screwed up time and time again and he's somehow still relevant, and some people actually look up to this guy. Well, obviously it's the young low gangsters, and nobody above the age of fucking 9 months thinks he is anything more than just an egocentric asshole, even worse than his brother Jake actually, cause Jake has done some bad things but not as much and not on as big of a scale as Logan has. But yeah, enough of that, let's go where I think most of this shit started. So January 2018, Logan uploaded a video in which he literally filmed and didn't censor a hanging man in the infamous Aokigahara forest, aka the suicide forest. Logan didn't think much of the man. Matter of fact, he and his crew were making jokes and their first concern was to get that shit on camera. He uploads the video and until the massive backlash, the video stayed online. Well, after that, he takes a break and nobody hears of him much until the KSI fight about a year and a half later. Now, at this point, Logan was a changed man, right? Logan was a different man. Nah, it was the same asshole that hadn't changed even a tiny bit. Then for about 2 years, he kind of stayed out of big drama except for the dumb things he said on his podcast, and that leads us to 2023. So in January, he gets exposed for stealing over $1 million with his CryptoZoo project. Then he first responds to CoffeeZilla, the person who exposed them, by threatening a lawsuit.
Illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it.
It wasn't looking good for him, and then finally something hit him and he actually apologized and took back what he said and said he would be returning the stolen money. Spoiler alert, he never did. Even though he bragged about betting millions on this Dillon Danis fight, he still couldn't return the 1 million stolen, and he also bought his fiancée a crazy expensive ring. Again, that money should have been spent giving back to the victims of his scam. So now we see how horrible he is to his fans and other people. First he disrespects a dead man, then he disrespects and steals from his fans. All whilst thinking he is the almighty Logan Paul, the boxer. Motherfucker, you haven't won a single fight. Yes, you did fight Floyd, but you got your little ass kicked. But yeah, this takes me to the last point, and that is he's the worst friend anyone could ever have. He is the fakest friend and fakest brother you could ever have. So in short, a horrible human being, and he dared say this when he apologized to Dillon Danis' mom.
I didn't want to do that, Nikki. I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. I swear to God I didn't want to do that. And you're right.
Did it.
You're right. I did do it. And I did it because I was pushed to a line because my opponent crossed a line. And I shouldn't have stooped to his level. I shouldn't. Nikki, I'm fucking sorry. You raised a scumbag. You did. He's a bad person. and he got me to a place where I didn't want to go.
Brother, your mom raised not only one scumbag, no, she raised two. But yeah, earlier this year he mocked his best friend who he isn't friends with now because he only likes to be surrounded by yes men, and as soon as someone says or does something that he doesn't like, he just fires them. And George Janko is a great example. He used to be his closest friend and his co-host on the Impulsive podcast, but now recently got fired. So first he mocked him for his religion, telling him how he is crazy for believing in Jesus Christ and how he lacks emotional intelligence, which is just fucking ironic considering Mr. Paul here laughed at a dead body, so I don't think there is much emotional intelligence in him either. And then I guess cause they had these arguments, he kicks him off the show, and not only that, they also just are not friends anymore. And similar things happened with his friend Jake, or I mean his brother Jake. While Jake is also an asshole, cause this shit probably runs in the family, he still isn't as bad as Logan, and the reason Logan and Jake had the beef they had back then was because of Logan. Logan Paul here had sexy time with Jake's girlfriend. What kind of brother does that? And what's more, Jake is in a already a few years long beef with KSI, and this motherfucker Logan decides to somehow become his best friend because they are business partners. Nah, this guy really taking the L in Logan to a whole nother level. I hope Dillon Danis actually knocks some sense into him, even though if I'm realistic that will be hard. Logan is the most juiced up he has ever been, and hopefully he does marry that Minecraft tool. And yeah, actually no, I mean Logan has been a good boy, guys. I think he deserves to have a share of our wife, guys. Doesn't he deserve to have a share of our Nina? I mean, I feel like he does. Anyways though, if y'all have enjoyed this video, then be sure to smack it a fat like, as well as comment and subscribe for more. I'm trying to grow this channel even more, so you subbing would actually help me out a lot. And with that said, I love you all so much. I am Matic, and I'm out. Peace.